expensive, but I could land on Lisboa, gun that down, and didn't they have another fort at some point? Maybe under my extensive occupation they decided to tear it down because it was too expensive. Alright, I'm not opposed to occupying the Portuguese here, but they are in a war against me where the Spanish are not involved. Can I use that to some extent? I mean, if they keep colonizing and I keep stealing, that's a pretty slick deal for me, isn't it? Let us keep that in mind by erecting a single brig and a single infantry there, so that I can steal that. One might not be enough. 2 infantry there, so we can drop in unannounced over force limit, which is a bit unfortunate for my armies. I don't want to be, but I'll probably solve that simply by stating up some Irish provinces. Some Irish provinces, I might add, that should contribute to my everything by having some shipyards. I want shipyards essentially everywhere, because that makes or breaks my run, really. They're not that expensive, and I do have the money, so let's just get them erected now. Yeah, the autonomy hurts them there, but the autonomy will tick down. Alright, closing in on the auto friends. Now, do I fancy a fight before I drop off my units? No, that's not a clever thing to do. Any unit that I lose there is a... Can I get there in time? Nice, I get there on the first. So I get a bit of healing for my units, as well as my ships. It's a bit of a waste to dump all of these on both of these. So I'm actually going to... Thinking. Split you in half. Put you both FOB. Get you over there, and we'll work on both at the same time. Multi-island drifting. I am still concerned about the British. They have a sizable navy, and I don't know where it is or what it's doing. Jake, didn't you intend to build an admiralty at some point? Maybe not right now, if you're up against the Ottos, but afterwards, maybe considering you have a fair sum of cash. Remember, I always keep a fair sum of cash because I like to have that safety net so I never have to bother with loans. But also, I get better returns on building shipyards. Also, our economy is not very stable when we're not raiding and privateering. So I'd rather have that fat stack of cash ready to rock and roll at a moment's notice. Alright, with you guys there, how about we have something resembling a switcheroo? I'm going to have you guys come out here to assist with the blockades. Intrigues in Dragon's View. A Venetian official? Hey, this is the guy that we celebrated because he rose to power despite being reformed. He's angered many of those close to us. I can get myself a Catholic Greek treasurer instead. Nah, he's fine. He works wonders for the state. Alright. Hang on. Oh man, I did it again, didn't I? Okay, well, instead of docking you again, what I'm going to do is this. And this. Should work out. Can't imagine why it wouldn't. Thank God we have the British units under wraps. The Portuguese are not re-erecting an army. But I really want to start stomping the Ottoman fleet into jelly. Would the bonus trade power ship modifier allow you to privateer with all of your fleet, even the heavies? Yes, it would. And it was put in with that intention. But obviously privateering is not something that's on my mind just yet. It will be. Oh god, it will be. Because I'm losing out so much money by not privateering right now. Nice event. Not one you see often. Still, there's already been raiding done across here. And privateering against the Ottomans would put my fleet at great risk. That said though, 117 of his pretty chunky navy, including most of his heavies and most of his galleys are there, but there's still too many heavies and galleys out there to send out lights that are undefended. Still want to sniff the bugger out though. Oh boy. You know what? I really think Kethkiri's just gotta go. Alright, you're attached to an army. Keeping yourself safe that way, I see. Oh, Elkhorn. Well, that solves my problem in a manner of speaking. Elkhorn, not so great anymore, and I am over force limit, so I think we'll just... Am I still over force limit? No, I'm at force limit. We'll have you guys march back here, but otherwise not really know what to do. Oh, I have transports there. In which case, I don't need to build these guys. I can have you transported up to Draken. A slick idea, if I dare say so myself. British fleet was in London, was it not? Maybe. I could go and check, but it's so dangerous to leave the Irish Sea open at any point, so I'll be avoiding that. We land in Cyprus. Oh, what is this? What the heck is this? The Ottomans have come out with a bang. They're bringing everything they can into my fleet here, and for good reason. I'm not up to full engagement with, and even though Shadow is there, I think this is pretty bad for my fleet, so let's not have light ships involved. There's no need for that. But it means 6 days of you guys getting pounded. You guys could be at risk on your own, but come on, come on. There we go. This engagement width is so important. If you're going to take anything away about naval battles, it's that engagement width matters for so much. It's the naval equivalent of having flanking cavalry. Not going to make the difference if you're, you know, Tech 5 against Tech 20, but being able to attack without taking damage yourself is worth so much. Jake takes a moment to assess the situation and goes, oh, damn. Conscripted garrisons plus 25%. Means I need extra recruits to mash these down, so I need Kethkiri to actually reinforce those, or else that siege isn't going to continue. That is a shame. A damn shame. Well, transports can sit back in Crete, and I wonder what to do with you. I could either advance these sieges or seek and destroy the Ottoman navy. I like the idea of advancing the sieges, but they will be done on their own account anyway, so let us focus on seeking and destroying. Speaking of destroying, splash. That's rather nice. We stole ourselves a few of the Ottoman ships, including their heavies, which I would say is the most important aspect there. And now we have an even stronger defense to put up for Venetia. I'll take that. I will take that and run. You guys go and get repaired as well. You should. You guys maintain the defense. You folks, dare I say, it is time to start thinking about that blockade, because we, rather than being the ones pinned down, are the ones doing the pinning. I'll have you guys go and help out with the defense of Venice, because I think that's more important. And let's start putting these freaks under blockade. Meanwhile, yeah, we can keep them running and scared there as well. Probably better to focus on blockading Cyprus and the Knights, since that's where the sieges are at. And you guys are pretty happy over there. The one thing I'm not happy about is not seeking and destroying the British, but the Ottomans were the larger threat. I do not have enough lights. I never have enough lights. Let's get that siege ability up. Goodbye 3 stab. I miss you already. What does it take to... Okay, it takes all of you to blockade Cyprus. Fair enough. You're not blockading Rhodes, but there we go. We have the Ottoman navy kind of under lock and key here. What we don't have is the ability to force them out, which is a tad unfortunate. But I can handle that. Did the Ottos attack? Yes. The war goal is blockading ports, which maybe I should point out I am doing, and they are not. So I'm quite happy to get 8 war score from, largely from these blockades I have. We'll get some more from the occupations of those forts. Otherwise, it should be victory for Tanner. Venice don't like me, so they're not about to give me any awesome access. But if I could force the Lika fleet out to play, that would be super sweet. It's just not going to happen, is it? Thank God we have massive force limit. Maritime and naval ideas winning as they always do. They were sick of pirates taking all their trade goods. Not wrong. Not wrong at all. I don't like the fact that you guys are busy not blockading when you could be blockading, so let's have you blockade. Help out with Rhodos, and also do what you can over here. Get those sieges going, so then it'll allow me to take land in the peace deal, which I fully intend to do already. Did I mention that my finances are not great when I'm not privateering or raiding? Because they're not great. Will the Auto War end with more islands as part of Greater Naxos? Oh, heavens, yes. I would like to take... there's quite a lot I'd like to take. The question is what I will be able to take. Corfu would be nice. It's the ultimate trap. Cyprus would be nice. Rhodos would be nice. And already probably asking for more than we'll be able to get. Look at the British, though. They only barely want a white peace with me. If I wanted to take 2 provinces off them, they'd be like, nah, not happening. I don't think I'm being that cheeky or greedy. But we will return and put the British under full blockade. I just need to snuff out the Portuguese and Ottomans first. I'm not even that concerned if we don't take that much land off the Ottomans. It was more about crushing their navy. We did not definitively crush them, but we did show that we are top dogs on the sea. Imperator 490 says, are you doing a rival stream, Jake? I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound like something I'd do. No, I've already ticked off all the war score from the British, which is a problem. If I want more war score, the best thing I can do is put them under full blockade. And my navy, as you can probably tell, is a little preoccupied for that. I want a lot more frigates so I can just go ba-ba-ba-ba-bang. I need peace with the Ottomans, basically, but length of war is going to... Yeah, I know, I'm not going to get Corfu if I don't take the siege there. But yeah, relative strength of alliances, demands exceed war score. The Ottomans have a lot of reason not to want peace with me. I'm a bit gutted with that. Paradox channel is also streaming. Well, whoop-de-doo. Go and watch it if you want to watch. As a result of recent war, the Emperor has been forced to revoke the Reform Reich reform. Man, the HRE just fell apart without me there anymore. How's the HRE even looking? I've seen better. Yeah, I mean, Elector Pirate Naxos is what kept that show together. Well, in the spirit of I need more boats, I am chewing through my sailors like 100 a month. That means they're all going to be gone in 43 months. Not to mention reinforcements. Oh, that is rough stuff, actually. How about we leave a cheeky little transport there? You guys head on inside. That's not good, because I want my light ships actually light shipping. Nah, we'll have one cheeky little beggar there, just to try and spend fewer sailors every month. Because spending them all like that is a grim time. What I could also well do is... what exactly? I'll leave out a sacrificial lamb, a war galley, so I don't even cry if it's lost. Keep you guys inside. Well, actually, let's leave behind enough to even have a blockade going, because, you know, that's the aim of the game here. And what we'll do is, if they pop out to play, we pop out of Venice and crush them, hopefully faster than Hopefully we can react fast enough if it comes to blows there. But yes, sailors are pretty important for me, having a large navy but not a lot of sailor income. Except for when I'm raiding, of course. Rhodos is down. I'm impressed that that went down faster than Cyprus. By all accounts, it should not have. We are going to bring you guys back. I have very little reason not to, and I don't have any good use for you right now, so we'll just have you chill out in Crete. I mean, sure, the cannons could help out with Cyprus, but nah. Just nah. Seems like raid o'clock in the Mediterranean. Oh my, you're not wrong there at all, are you? And it just so happens we have everybody in position for it already. Well, almost everybody. Well, who am I to stop it? Let's just go... The fleet is too weak and small to raid Ferrara. Did someone just call my fleet weak and small? Thanks to the sailors that I desperately needed. Oh, that's probably the same here. Nah, other one. We've been beaten to the punch on other ones, what you're going to do, but I will take all of this, and all of this, and good enough, all of that. Okay, well that wasn't a whole load of all of that. If I brought you up here, we'd be able to raid this as well. And it's good to be the raiding king. Whew, that is money and then some. I don't like having my my transports out here engaging in potentially dangerous things, but make it happen anyway. We'll go and raid over in the Gulf of Sitalia. So much awaiting on April there. And this ka-ching. But look at that, the Ottomans really want to have their navy ready to rock and roll. They have so much coastline that they can make it happen with relative ease. Jake's sailor problems? Not really anymore. But did I actually start? No, I didn't start building more boats here. I would like a whole lot more light ships, please. They make me the crazy money, so I should have them working for me, not against me. Even over here, I need more lights in the new world. And we just unlocked the Tech 15 lights, which means I won't have to even consider upgrading these guys for a long time. Not that I often upgrade them, because I'm super lazy when it comes to that. I'm a bit worried about having a capital here that is undefended, but we'll just live with that. Speaking of things we should be living with, what about my army over here? It's taking them so long. Well, I'll give them the time they need. Otherwise, maintain the blockade on the auto freaks. Dock these guys so they don't cost me all my... Oh, I'll bring them over here so they can pick up the the Cyprus units. Alright, this is very, well, somewhat agreeable. Where'd my war score go in the British? Oh yeah, I lost a lot of my blockade there. It's okay-ish, but I do see the British right there, and I will not ever give them the opportunity to look down on me. Okay, they slither away. The disgusting mess that they are. I don't want to get too baited out here, but yeah, I can't quite catch up with them. Better to maintain the blockade here, or blocking their passage at least. What do you consider to be an island in the random new world? Not this landmass and not this landmass. Otherwise, it's good to go. Gotta remember that I want that land off the Portuguese, and I want to crush the Portuguese in general. But here's the thing, the wars are all playing into each other. They're all thinking, oh, I don't want peace with this guy because he's fighting so many people he'd never have a chance to win. And truthfully, I'd never have a chance to make much... Oh yeah, man, I can't do diddly squat against the British anymore. These wars are dragging me down here. Yeah, getting anything off of the Ottomans is going to prove challenging. Those accursed British in their freaking blockade there. They know what they're doing. All the while, though, this is costing me an arm and a leg. It's kind of terrifying how much it costs, mostly on the Navy. I probably shouldn't pay for my army, given that they're not doing a lot for me, but then the battle over here won't do me such good. Also, the colonies aren't free either. Basically, we don't make a whole lot of money when we're not privateering the ever-loving Christ out of our enemies. But once this is done, I want to do more blockading of the Ottomans, try to get them out of this war when I can. Yeah, Kabul's a nice color. If color is the concern, Kabul is the winner there. I just want Portugal out of this war, but I want to steal their colony as well. Basically, if I get the Ottomans out, then I can circle around on the others, but the Ottomans drag out most of my navy, and that is unfortunate for me. I wonder if I could gently convince them not to have their navy. Oh yeah, I shouldn't drag my navy away from here too much, because then the Ottoman army is going to step in and do nasty things to me. Look at these guys, they saw the opportunity. They're already marching up, hoping to cross over. On the plus side though, there are no more Portuguese in Tenerife. They've all turned Greek, and the Azores are not that far behind. Come on, Cyprus, it's time to fall. Sell Naples to Ferrara so they can form Italy. Yeah, I'm hoping for Ferrara forming Italy. I think it would be badass. I'm still going to raid the hell out of them, but oh man, Spain took Corsica off of Tunis. Tunis still hold Malta, but fair play to Spain. You were a bit of a joke for a while. Dang, I do not like hemorrhaging money like this. But it makes me glad I didn't buy that Admiralty, or else I'd be hemorrhaging even more money. Okay, what the hell's taking so long with Cyprus? Is it 71%? There we go. Took your time. No need for me to pay for either of these forts, so let's not do that. Let us instead pick up our units, place them somewhere else, like Crete, and then have more blockades going on. Hello! I don't think I have anything to gain by reinforcing this battle, because I have the engagement width of 45. These 5 galleons will take up 15 of them, and 30 of my 48 galleys will take up the rest. I just have to believe that Shadow can defeat Selim Turgut for the 3rd time, but this time they're bringing in everything they got. So, no, let's have faith. You're not occupying Corfu, Jake. So if I landed on Corfu, they could just march right over and slaughter me, because they occupy both sides of it. And again, my army is made up of wet tissue paper. The navy is what my everything relies on. It's a shame my flagship isn't there, but I'd rather lay the colossal smackdown on it than give them any reason to run away in fear. Come on, rip them asunder. I actually lost 3 of my heavies in that engagement. They did not lose any of theirs, but we snaffled a whole load of their galleys. I'll take that. I'll take that and run. Again, though, anybody that got truly damaged, and boy, some of you really did, get back for repairs. Ottomans, what the hell do you think you're doing? Oh man, there's not Ferrara next to Ferrara. That is cute, but it's wrong. So the Ottomans are still not keen on peace. Hell, they're a long way away from peace. Relative strength of alliances is kicking me in the teeth here, and I'm not happy about that. All when sitting around here without doing a whole lot. I wonder if I could put the British under more blockade. Bear with me here. What if... Nice, love finding the fur over in the New World. What if we take our 28 and we have these guys do a bunch of blockades? Do you think they would get ambushed by the enemy navy? So good to be able to regain... well, there's lots of things we regain, but we regain morale and sailors lost at sea. It might be better just to piece the British out. They're the ones that I can piece out easily, and then that would free me up a lot in this area. And I would be able to take a reasonable chunk from them now if I just advance the blockade as much as I can. Might even send you guys up here to really lay that smack down. Yeah, the British is my least time dependent engagement, so I think we shall... they want to go into Dogger Bank on the 2nd. Fortunately, I'll get here and institute my blockade, and then I say, oh crap, because I couldn't afford it. Until you showed up yelling, prepare to be boarded. This is honestly a paltry sum that I can get out of the British. Truly paltry. However, oh man, what if I took the money instead? Nah, we're not here for the money. We're here for the booty, and the booty calls. A bit more of Ireland for us means a bit less for him to land on. There's still a risk with me having this. If he starts with units over here, he can just take over Ireland and cause me a whole lot of grief. But these 200 ducats, you see them? I'm gonna do a bit of a magic trick with them. I'm gonna build a fort here, so that even if he has units here and declares war on me again, Ulster will hold out long enough for my my navy to be able to prevent people from crossing over, and hopefully I can liberate it as well. So that's what we'll do. Kind of a shame I didn't take full areas of that, but I tried to take as much coastline as I can because coast matters for us. We'll get those cores done, and now my navy here is pretty free. Almost free to raid the crap out of these guys, but we'll do the proper raiding in 88. These folks, however, need to join up and unload a whole heap of pain to the Portuguese. Our army, as you may well notice, is doing a whole load of not much. The Portuguese have still not attained military tech 15. I want this island and this island from the Portuguese, and I will make sure that I take both. Let's see, you are 9th Fleet, and you are good for automatic some kind of automatic transportation. Please go there. We'll take care of the Portuguese, and my transports here. It's dangerous to go alone when the Portuguese do have a bunch of heavies, but I'll still probably send my transports with you guys. What is this? Holland? Nah, the Dutch are fighting France, so that's not my concern. Okay, how are we doing in terms of transports? Got 18 of them, 3 of them are in New World, so I can still only really transport these guys around. Still, I'll do what I can to make Portuguese life miserable. Just general rule of thumb. Why am I even paying for my units? I mean, really? Why is Burgundy not dead? They didn't get inherited and they know how to fight. Burgundy's really strong, you know. Right, what do I do about the Portuguese? I could get decent war score from blockading the heck out of them, but I want this island. And that's going to be very difficult to do because the war hasn't gone on very long. But we'll do what we can on that front. The Ottomans are the ones that's going to take a long time, I dare say. And when this colony is much closer to being done, which shouldn't take long given how fast the Portuguese can colonize, we shall rip it from them. Worth letting the Otto fleet meet up to kill it again, Jake? I can't ever let go of this Otherwise they march into Venezia and take it over, and Venezia is worth too much to lose here. Even with an active fort on it and with wrong religion, which I would like